All right, I've had a lot of requests for footwork videos, so I thought I'd put a few of those up this week. So today I'll start with something super basic, my cross drill. A lot of you know it, so it'll be a review for you. Some people might not know it, so it'll be something new for you. We put a little cross down here on the floor with some tape. You guys could use string, belts, anything just to use as a reference point. Okay, you could do it without any reference point at all, but it does help. Okay, I start with one foot on one side of the line, the other foot on the other side of the line. This line represents that heel-toe line I don't want to cross. Okay, I don't want to be walking on the tightrope. I want one foot on the other, one foot over here. Okay, my foot's also behind this line. Okay, so what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to take the ball of my foot, step it over the line, right here, okay? And I'm going to pivot in that direction. Boom. Okay? Once again, I'm here. Step. Push off that rear foot. Pivot. Okay? The common fault that I see here is people tend to overswing. You see? If you come over here and look, you can see that I've crossed that heel-toe line. Right now I'm walking on a tightrope. If anything were to hit me laterally, be very, very off balance. That's no good, okay? So, we want to maintain that heel-toe line. Over, pivot, over, pivot, over, pivot, over, pivot, okay? That whole time you want to make sure you're keeping your hands up. A good strong stance, not turning your belly button forward toward your opponent, giving them a big target. You want to keep yourself side on, right? Here, boom. Keep your hands up, keep your body side on. Okay, that's our first step, pivoting to our lead side. I said it's probably the easiest step to learn, okay? The next step we're going to go is to our rear side, okay? You're going to take your rear foot and you're going to step it to that side, to the right, okay? I want to cross this line with my rear foot. I'm going to push off this foot, okay? So I'm here, right? And I push. Boom. See? Still maintaining a good stance. Didn't square up with my opponent. Didn't drop my hands, okay? Right here, push off. Boom. Okay, very basic step. Get you start going in that direction. Okay. Boom. You can see what's happening here. What happens on this one is instead of stepping and then pivoting, what we're doing on this one is pivoting and then stepping. Right. So I pivot, step. Pivot, step. Okay? Just a little easier to learn. After you get a little more advanced at this drill, what you can try to do is make it fit the criteria of step, then pivot. Okay? You can lift your right foot up, bring it to this side of the line, making sure I don't get too much on a tightrope. Okay, here, and pivot. Or, a little more advanced, you can keep your heel down on your lead foot, lift the toes of your lead foot, bring them across that line, and as soon as the ball of that foot hits, we pivot. Okay. So, we have the pivot, step to the right side. We have the step, then pivot, and we have the heel-toe method. Heel, toe, pivot. Okay. Heel, toe, pivot, step, pivot, pivot, step. Okay, those are very basic methods of pivoting using your lead foot. Okay? Now let's move on to pivoting using the rear foot. In later video, I'll explain how that is important. It's important in a couple ways. We use it to come back the stance out of a shuffle. We use it during cutting off the ring. It's an important footwork drill that people tend to overlook quite a bit. So in this one, I want to have both feet in front of the line here. My rear foot is here. My lead foot is still on the other side of the heel toe line. And I'm facing this way. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a small step back, crossing that line, okay? And then pivot. Small step back, pivot. Small step back, pivot. Small step back, pivot. All right, I'm using that piece of tape as my reference point. Where you can see I control this space, and it allows me to address threats as they move around this space. So if I take the center, this is what I'll be doing. I control the center. My opponent is circled around me. I step back, pivot. Okay? Step back and pivot. It's a much shorter way of adjusting to the way that they have moved around the ring. Okay? The next one would be pivoting on the rear foot, but toward the lead side, which is a little bit harder. Okay? It's going to be similar to the other way, right? I can pivot, step, pivot, step, pivot, step, okay? Or I can step, pivot, okay? I can step, pivot, step, pivot. Okay, so we addressed a few pivot drills. Pivoting with the lead foot to the lead side, pivoting with the lead foot to the rear side, pivoting with the rear foot to the rear side, and pivoting with the rear foot to the lead side. Hopefully these drills will give you a basic understanding of how to move your feet, and later on I'll be able to show you how to make these more realistic. These are drills that I do almost every single day. When I'm doing my warm-up drills for striking, I do my footwork down the line, I do my bouncing drills, my switches. I still do these pivots every day, okay? Just like this, I have some more advanced steps that I'll do too, but I do these basic steps every day because everything's built off of knowing how to move this way and making sure that you're coming back to your basic stance each time. Because it doesn't matter if I can do these pivots, but I don't land back in a proper stance, okay? All right, so you guys try it at home. Send me some comments or messages if you have any questions.